Okay, so we find out the rotation for the F1 force. Now you all know that we need to apply force in opposite direction to support the rod. Walaikum assalam. So your force will be in upward direction because we know that clockwise rotation will be equals to anti-clockwise rotation. So F1 is in anti-clockwise rotation, so we need to apply force that will make rod move in clockwise direction. Yes. Okay. So this is the concept. So now you can easily solve the question because we all have the values. So we just write F1 D1, F2 D2. So F1 is 6, D1 is 40, F2 is 4, D2 is unknown. So 60 centimeter is the answer from the center if we calculate. So this will be the total D2, that is 60 centimeters. So now which option will be the right one? Vertically upward at 20 centimeter to the left of the X or to the right of the X?
Right.
Right, because
20
40 is
centimeter to the
already
right
there.
would be like
Yes,
20 centimeter from the pivot.
yes. Because 40 is already there, and if we move for 20 more towards right, so we will get 60, right? So D is the right answer. So now you can see that in answer they always write in a very typical form. They never mention that with the pivot, because normally student just got answer 60 and they just find 60 in the answer, but 60 is uh, nowhere in the answer. So you need to read the statement of the option and then you will easily find out the correct answer, right? Okay, still we are having a question of forces. The diagram shows two forces acting at right angles. So I already mentioned that only 90-degree questions are included in your exam at right angle. So this is at right angle. What is the resultant force?
Wait, is this resultant force? Wait. How do we do that? Then
If you remember,
is it something like this? I
yes,
don't
it will
exactly
be,
know this.
yes, yes, because they don't ask about the direction, but if you want to draw with the direction, so you it is more towards the 4 Newton because 4 Newton is greater. Otherwise, you know the formula. What is the formula to calculate the resultant force? That a Pythagoras
Force plus
theorem.
Newton mass over. Oh wait, that a
Yes,
square
a
is equal
Pythagoras
to
theorem,
equal.
because it will make right angle triangle.
So what is this like? It can't be 2 Newton. Oh
So
wait. Oh okay. 2 squared.
because they just mentioned the value of vertical distance 1 Newton. So in this
So is it like
situation,
5?
yes, in this situation, we are only covering the half box, right? So if you are taking from the diagram, so always think about that the total height is 1. And if you are crossing at the midway of the box, so you are getting half value. So by using Pythagoras theorem, we can say that base is 4, perpendicular is 3, and your final value will be 9, sorry, 25. You are getting resultant force of 5 Newton, right? Okay. So by using the formula, it is very easy to solve because they don't ask about the direction. So it is not compulsory to write about the direction. So your answer is B. Next question is related to
There is a, yeah, 1 second. What statement describes the impulse acting on an object? B?
impulse is the change in momentum of the object. Okay. A, one option, I got one answer A. So basically impulse is the change in momentum of the object, right? Because we discussed that formula, that impulse is equals to m bracket v minus u. The same question that was asked in question number 9 and 10 of the test, right?
Yeah.
So B is the right option. So it means that from the section that we discussed till now, we 9 questions are related to journal physics. Still, we are less within one chapter, but still we are able to solve those 8 questions, skipping the first one because that was not our part of syllabus right now. Okay, question number 10 is also related to the momentum, and that is, I think, the simple one because all values are mentioned over there, so that will be not very much difficult. So m1 mass is given.
I think we did this question right before, somewhere.
I think maybe in merge sheet or somewhere, because I just compiled from the past paper. So sometime we find the question and some questions are missing. So, or might be they were in worksheet, but we are not solved that question. So very basic
So
concept
wait,
is
I have to find out
M1V1.
how to do this. Wait, a ball of us. Okay. Oh, wait, no. The second ball moves at a speed of 0.50 as well. What is the speed of the ball after the collision? How are we supposed to find this?
If you remember, we used to write U1 as the initial speed and V1, V2 as the final speed of the bodies, right? So a ball of mass
Yeah.
0.16 is moving forward, so it is the initial speed of body 1. So we write U with the initial, and then a second ball of mass 0.10 kgs is stationary. Stationary means rest. Rest means speed will be equals to 0. That is the initial speed. Then the first ball strikes the second ball. So now we are having a collision. The second ball moves forward at a speed of 0.50 meter per second.
Okay. So
Second
I
ball
think
is
it
V2,
because
right?
I think it's C because the mass of the first one had the mass of the first ball was a little greater
Okay. But we
compared
still
to the
have
second one.
a proper formula
Oh, you
that
do? Okay.
momentum before collision and momentum after collision will be equal, right? Because that was the first chapter that we discussed in our class. So that's why might be you just, so M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equals to M1 V1 plus M2 V2, right? Remember that formula? Before collision, after
Not
collision, the momentum.
exactly. Because I only remember M1 V1 is equal to no, it was
That
like
was the
M1.
same. Yes, that is M1 U1. Because initially we are having initial speed U1, and then we write the next speed with V1 and V2 for the second body. You will also find that one in the old PDF file. Let me show you if I found that one. Okay, till then, just find out the final answer of this question. Then we move towards the next one. confusion in this question?
No.
Okay. So this is the concept we discuss, conservation of momentum, right? Before and after collision. Okay. So by using this concept, we can easily solve this question. So what will be the final answer? So we just quickly substitute the values. 0.16, 0.50, and we know that u2 is already 0, so that value will completely equals to 0. And finally we have m1, but v1 is unknown, v2 is 0.5. So now we have a very simple calculation. 0.16 multiplied by 0.50 on the left hand side, we will get 0.10 multiplied by 0.5. And when we subtract the value, so you will get 0.03, and then divided by 0.16, you will get, and round it off, you will get the same answer, 0.19. I think we already solved this question
Oh,
somewhere in
okay.
the worksheet, because I remember this answer round of 0.
I don't remember doing this type of working.
Okay. So I will again share the link of this recorded lecture. So you may just take the reference from that if you don't remember that, because this is the very first topic that we discuss, or might be you join late, I think. So that's why you missed that topic.
Could be.
So just check the topic and let me know, right? No issue. We will revise this topic any other time. So now you can see that in till 10 question we are having from all different chapters. From 11 we are having energy, just skip that one. 12 is also work power energy. Yes, now pressure. 13 question is from the pressure. So in question it shows that the diagram shows a deep reservoir formed by a dam. On what does the factor at x depends? C.
Pressure of X.
Okay, one
Wait,
answer I got, C.
a deep reservoir. Oh,
Okay,
I think
first of all, just identify that this
it's
is
A.
the category of pressure in liquid or pressure in solid,
Pressure in liquid.
right? So pressure in liquid. So always remember the formula. So this is the formula. Density, gravitational strength, and depth. So we know that density, gravitational strength remains the same, right? So only depth is variable. Okay. So basically on
Okay.
what does the pressure at x depends? So x actually depends upon the depth. If we change the depth, so your pressure will be increase or decrease, because we know these two quantities remains constant. Okay. So option A is the right answer. Then we have, yes, 14 is also from pressure, the gas law maybe. So the conditions of a sample of gas change in two stages. Stage 1, increase of temperature at constant volume. increase of volume with no further change of temperature. So first condition is different from the second. So in first situation, in short, we can say that volume is constant.
So I think it's C. I
Okay,
think.
okay, let's check. And in second situation, they are asking temperature is same. I also got another answer C. So basically, these are related to two different laws, right? In Boyle's law, we discussed that temperature is constant, and in Charles' law, we discussed that temperature remains constant. Okay. So according to that, they are asking pressure compared to its original. They are asking which law about the pressure after each stage is correct. So you mark that in stage one, pressure compared to original pressure increases. Okay. And in pressure two, pressure compared to pressure after stage one decreases. Okay. Basically, in first stage, we know that volume is constant. So when volume is constant, so your piston is tightly packed. So pressure is going to be increased over there, right? If you just tight any jar, and if we take the example of pressure cooker, simple, and when we start supplying the thermal energy to it, so pressure will increase internally, right? Because volume is fixed. So that's why in stage one, pressure will increase, and in stage two, pressure compared to pressure one decrease, right? Because in second condition, temperature is now constant, but volume is increasing. It means that when you release the cover of the pressure cooker, so steam easily come out, so pressure will automatically decrease. So yes, C is the right answer. Okay, clear?
All
And
right, sir.
okay, so from this paper, 14 questions from 40 are from your first section, right? So you can see that how much
Yeah.
important is your first section, because it is the lengthy one too. So 14 questions are from your first section, and this is a 22 paper. I will also send this PDF file to you. And from before your next class, try to solve the theory paper of this the same year. I will also share in the group, right? So you got the concept that how to solve a proper paper questions, because before that we are only doing topical. So might be you got that one easy, but because that was specifically related to your specific topic, right? But from now you try to revise all the section, or like two section, and try to solve those two questions from the paper, and then other two section revision, and then try to solve that two one in a single past paper question, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Because now
So can
you
you also like check on midnight transcript again, reminding
okay,
you?
yes,
Yeah.
I just got check on the website. So MCQs are still there, the topical one, just like to mark the answer. But I will check for the theory paper that was previously was there. The MCQs paper, the combined PDF file, right? So I
Because when
will,
I go to CIE and then physics, I only see three options: revision notes, topic questions, past papers. That's it.
yes, I am still getting those three options, not the fourth
Okay, so it is going for the all of us then.
and that was now available for the paid version might be,
Really? Oh,
because okay, basically in your previous pattern, or the previous pattern of the IGCSE paper, you found the constant value written over here, that is 10 meter per second square. Okay, but from now you will get 9.81 meter per second square. So that will be the change in your pattern, right? So they usually write in the top of the paper, so you don't need to ask about the value of G every time in the question, right? So that is the one change. Now we follow from May June 23 till October November 25. Try to question from the regular paper. And yes, these types of this topic is now excluded. Micrometer, because this is from chapter number 1. So vernier caliper, screw gauge, these topics micrometer are excluded. So that's why we also not discuss these topics. So skip these type of question from your past paper if you are solving any specific old paper. And I think we solved this question in your test also, right? That this question is also is included in that. So, okay, let's suppose if we consider question number 3. So which quantity is equals to acceleration? Very simple question.
Option B.
Area under a speed time graph.
No,
Okay,
not B. B, the gradient of the speed time graph.
yes. So we already discussed that gradient of the speed time graph gives you acceleration, and area under the speed time graph gives you distance, right? Next one. Now you can see two questions are from a motion chapter. Now the third question means fourth question is from mass, weight, and density. So on the moon, all objects fall with the same acceleration. Which statement explain this?
Uh, Wait, on the moon. C? Letter
The weight
C?
of an object is directly proportional to its mass. Okay.
Because there's no way all objects have the same weight. That's not possible to think.
C. Okay. Another answer C. Anyone else have a different opinion regarding this question?
Sir, I think nobody has a different opinion.
Okay. So basically, you think that the weight of an object is directly proportional to its mass. So definitely that is right, because in option A, it is not right to correct that has same weight, because we know that still there is a gravitational force on the moon, but that is very much less as compared to Earth. On moon, it is around 1.6 meter per second square. So C is the right choice. Okay. We will also check the answers in marking scheme after completing all the question from this paper, because that is very journal. W equals to mg, and g remains same for every object on the surface of moon. So basically W is directly proportional to m. Very simple concept, right? Okay. This is second question from mass, weight, and density chapter. So try to solve this one also.
Mass and then volume. Oh, that's. Wait, I think it would be, but I'll check just to make sure.
Yes, because sometime
No, no, no. It's sorry. No, no. It's A. Sorry, it's A.
okay, one answer I got in chat is B, and one of you are saying that A.
Yeah, 0.6 gram.
Okay, so basically in this type of question, always keep an eye on the SI unit, because sometimes they just give you trick, like they just change the SI unit in the answers because there are different values in the question. So we are focusing on the question, not on the SI unit of the answers. But in this question, SI units are same, but sometimes it happen. So basically, volume is given, and then we add some more liquid, so that will increase the volume. So this will be V2. Let's suppose this will be V1, the initial volume, and the reading is 30 gram. They are asking about the density. So you know that the formula of density is mass upon volume. So volume, what we need to do, we need to subtract the initial and final volume. Okay. Because they mention in the question the mass or the reading on the balance increases by 30. So we are not talking about the initial value of the mass, whatever that was. So we are not interested in that. So we are talking about the change that was take place after adding some water or liquid. So by calculating the value, your answer will be
Wait, what? So can you wait? So can you explain? Oh, wait, wait. So let me rethink of my answer.
yes.
50 cent. So it's
The initial volume also has
from
like does
more
sir
the
does the
liquid.
initial volume also has like the mass of the cylinder or something in
Basically,
the value?
initially we are having the diagram is the initial stage, right? And in question, the important thing is we add more liquid in it until it reaches 50. Now the highlighted line is very much important. They
What is
mention
the density of the liquid?
the reading on the balance is increased by 30 gram. So it means when we increase it to the level 50,
50 is equal to
so we
30.
are only interested in this part, right? We are not talking about the initial stage because initially we don't know what is the mass of the cylinder, what is the mass of the liquid, right? Because first we
Yeah.
need to place the cylinder on the balance and we set it to 0. So mass of cylinder will be subtracted from it. Okay. And then we fill liquid. So initially 30 centimeter cube is already filled. So we are starting from after adding 20 centimeter cube more in the
Oh,
cylinder.
so we're trying to find out
Yes.
the mass of the more liquid.
Yes. So simply we need
Trying
to
to
use
find
the
this mass.
density formula 30 divided by 50 minus 30 because we don't know
Oh,
the
so
initial
it's
volume.
C,
We are
1.5
only
gram.
talking about this 20 centimeter cube change. Okay.
All right.
So by performing the calculation, you will get answer C. Clear? Any confusion?
Yeah. No confusion.
Okay, because we know, and they also know that formula is very simple. Everyone can calculate the density. So the only thing is that the tricky statement in the question that what they are asking about. Okay, now we have a concept of forces. So that is circular motion. Which statement is correct? That is also very simple question.
I'm talking about constant speed. C.
C.
Yeah, same.
Right? Because we also find in the worksheet that all questions are on the same pattern, the direction of resultant force, direction of resultant force. So mostly 99% they ask about the same concept because formula is not included in our syllabus. I
Oh
already
yeah,
mentioned
sir.
that
Is this a topical past paper or like an actual past paper?
this is your actual past paper.
Okay, nice. I have a question. In Save My Exams, did
Mhm.
they remove the topical past papers for you as well?
Uh,
Because yesterday,
mhm,
around an hour before the time right now, an hour before this time, you
mhm,
could find the topical past papers, but
mhm.
then like after like 2 hours, from 1 hour from now, you couldn't. So I
So
don't know what's happening.
maybe they were updating the website that time,
Can you
but
check right now? Like right now? Because I don't think I should have the option.
okay, let me check. But don't worry if you want them in PDF form, I will send them because in my topicals, questions are also added from the Save My Exams topicals.
All
So
right.
questions are also included from that because mostly we access the free version, so we got the questions but not the marking scheme. So I also included the marking scheme also because we solved in the last session. So I will check after the class and let you know. But if still you want the PDF file, so that's why I share every time, and I already shared the complete question and the MCQs PDF file of journal physics section. And if you want any other section, so I will also share that one with the drive link. So whenever you want to solve any question, so you may download that section and just solve the questions. and marking scheme are also there. Okay.
All right, sir.
Question 7 is related to the moments. So now first you try to solve by yourself. Then I will explain if you find difficult to solve this one.
Okay. Wait, this is related to what's it called again?
Moments,
I forgot
principle
the
of
formula.
moments.
Yeah, moments. Yeah, moments. All right, I'll try answering it. Okay. Sir, so point X has a force of 4 newtons.
Okay.
No,
So
I'm asking this part.
a force of 4 newtons is applied to the beam causes it to balance horizontally. In which, okay, so they are asking the direction also, so that's why they didn't mark that on the diagram. So you need to mark on the diagram with your answer. So in
Wait,
which
I
CK.
think
direction?
I think it's D.
Vertically upward at 20 centimeter. Okay, one answer I got B. Okay, so I mark the
I
answers
don't know how to do this. I'm
B,
confused.
B. Okay, so basically just go towards the basic. First of all, just leave the question. First check about the pivot point. So pivot is clearly on the left hand side. We don't need to.
Yeah.
And one force, the second step is we mark the forces. So let's suppose this is the first force we observe in the diagram. So that will be F1, and F2 is invisible for the time being because we need to mark that one. So a force of 4 Newton is there, but we don't know where, right? So we need to find out that one. So actually this is F2. Now what we need to do, we are having a value of F1 and D1, right? And the question is, okay, right. So now there are two things missing in this question from the normal question. Normally we have a moment arm, but force is missing. Or if we are having force, so moment arm is missing, right? But in this situation, if we apply a principle of moment, so there are two quantities missing. F2 is there, but we don't know the direction, right? So let's suppose if you consider F1. So according to F1, a rod will rotate in which direction? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? If we consider F1 only, so in which direction rod will rotate? If we apply only F1, that is in downward direction. So what will be the rotation of the rod, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Wait, second, you repeat?
Basically, the first step is to identify the forces. So we identify the
Okay.
force, right? The next step is to find out the rotation with the individual forces. So the first force is F1
Oh,
acting.
wait, now I get the question. Okay, wait, one
Yes.
second. One
So
second, I get the
basically,
question.
yes.
Uh, yeah, I get the question now. I didn't understand the answer. I think it's D.
Okay, so anti-clock is the rotation for F1. So it means that you need to apply force to make a rotate the rod in clockwise rotation, right? Because opposite will balance each other. So F1 is anti-clockwise, so it means that your F2 will be in upward direction, right? Because if we apply
Yeah.
vertically downwards, so that will support the anti-clockwise rotation, okay?